Greetings, YouTube. Happy Saturday. I know December 3rd is a long time away. Just a couple weeks. And in the grand scheme of 2020, a couple weeks is a long time. A lot can happen between now and December 3rd. And I also know that it's day 5 today of Alliance Quest. And that tomorrow you will be getting your oh so juicy glory rewards, which if you're like me, you can't wait to spend as soon as you get them on Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments and Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments. Or maybe you need potions or revives for Alliance Quest, Alliance War, regular questing, etc. I don't know. Well, you need to spread the word for your alliance, for your friends, because as great as the Glory Store is right now, we learned yesterday that we are about to have a huge buff. And I must be allergic to the Glory Store because I'm about to sneeze. Woo! Glory Store, what are you doing? Give me allergies? So, for my case, and I'm sure quite a few people's cases that are watching this, I want you to remember that if you just wait. In 2 weeks, instead of 7,200 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments, that's going to be bumped up to 10,800. You're going to get 3,600 more Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments for the same price just for waiting. But I think the biggest difference, and certainly the most monumental difference, is this. Because right now, you can purchase 5 of these, which will get you half of a Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragment, fully formed, from the fragments, I should say. Which is really good, right? I mean, that's really impressive. 4,500 Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments. But on December 3rd, that increases to 6,750 for the same price, which means if you were to buy all 5, and of course I can't buy even one because I, not knowing this happened, spent my glory at the start of the week on Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments, like a noob, you will increase from 22,500 Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments to the maximum per Glory Store Rewards week of 33,750. There might come a point, I cannot believe I'm saying this, where you can get a fully formed Tier 5 Basic Catalyst for free with your glory per week, which means, I mean, obviously there's days in between, 3 days in between, but let's just say roughly 4 weeks of Alliance Quest is a month. That means you could get 4 Tier 5 Basic Catalysts, 4, in a month of doing Alliance Quest, give or take the days in between. That's insane. But if you're staring at this and you're like, well, Prof, I'm not a throne breaker, and I'm not going to become a throne breaker anytime soon. They did put Uncollected and Cavalier together, and I've heard some backlash from Cavalier people who feel like you're sort of like on a plane and you spent an extra $50 for business select class instead of coach, and then you got there and realized you're still in coach, you're just in the exit row, and you get a little more leg room, but somehow they made the exit row have this really fancy title and charge you a bunch of money, but you're not actually anywhere close to first class. That's kind of how Cavalier players feel right now in the Glory Store, because the Throne Breaker is the separation from you and Cavalier players who can be way more advanced and have a huge difference in your roster between you and Uncollected are still getting these same advertisements as they are in terms of the Glory Store rewards. So I get the frustration. I would be frustrated too, but let that frustration turn into action. Do your best to hoard your units. Do your best to save your cash. Ask Grandma for the $5 you'd get for your birthday or Christmas or Hanukkah early and spend that in a week, or less than a week really, on Cyber Weekend on that Friday, because you're going to get so much more value, and hopefully value that can help you not only complete Act 6 if you haven't, or complete the Abyss, or take that 6-star to rank 3 so that you do become a Throne Breaker, since we know that's what you have to do. But even if you are just a lowly Challenger player, I cannot believe you could be a Challenger. Let's just say a Challenger at level 25. You could actually, if you want to be like ahead of the ball at level 25, because at level 25 I was hoarding 1-star champions. I was hoarding 2-star champions. That's what I was doing for progression back when the craziest thing you could ever do was take a 4-star to rank 5, and it was like impossible to do that. You can actually start hoarding tier 2 alpha catalyst fragments and tier 5 basic shards as a challenger, because you get per one of these 1,800 still, which is much better than nothing, and even tier 5 basic, which really surprises me, you get 2,250 or half of what you are currently seeing pre-December 3rd buff. So that's really, really good. That's really, really, really good. And I will say, if there is something that I'm actually cutting the hype out of, 2,700 glory is the price for Thronebreaker. Okay? 2,700 glory, YouTube, is what they want you to pay for a 5% tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal. That is a tremendous risk and waste of your glory unless you just have so many tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha in your overflow and no one to use them on that you don't have anything else to do with your glory. But until, and this will be far down the line, I'm guessing, until they make those tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals into a 5% selector, you're going to be burning a lot of glory, and the algorithm is going to be screwing you over, giving you the class that you're not trying to target. That's such a high price for glory, given 2,700. Just think about that. That's how much you could get 2 fully formed tier 2 alpha guaranteed for the same price as 1 tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal. So I'm not going to be spending my glory on tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals at all. And for those of you who have asked, Prof, why isn't this a selector? Kabam is always talking about the economy of the game, and they do not want to devalue your motivation to spend cash on selectors if they were to put them into, say, even the Black ISO store, which is still technically for cash, or especially the Glory store or the side quest solo missions where you're taking in your 4 stars to complete the Cavalier event quest. Yeah, that's going to stay a selector for the foreseeable future. But I also have to warn you, YouTube, because people have been freaking out and thinking, this is so great. Why is Kabam lowering the price tag of tier 5 basics and tier 2 alpha? What could this mean? We know what this means. We know that when you are looking to take that 6-star to rank 4, you don't need tier 5 basics. You need tier 6 basics. You don't need tier 2 alpha catalyst. You need tier 3 alpha catalyst. And not only that, but you need double the fully formed tier 5 class catalyst of that class. And hey, I'm ready to go. I got my 5 tier 5 basics. That's still a lot, though. The 5 tier 5 basics is by far the easiest of the requirement. Thank God they finally, wouldn't it be such BS if they said, all right, and you still got to give us some tier 4 class catalyst too to take your 6-star to rank 4. Now, if you want to simulate what a 6-star to rank 4 looks like, just use a 30% greater champion boost on your rank 3, and it's so much cheaper. Well, there you have it, YouTube. Let's not get this video to 10 minutes. Let's end it here. That is my advice to you on this Saturday. Spread the word, train your brain. There are going to be plenty of people who don't get this video, who ignore the advice, and they burn their glory because they can't help themselves tomorrow on Sunday when day 5 concludes, and then they immediately regret it and think, why didn't someone tell you? And you can say, somebody did tell you. Prof told you. And then I told you from Prof, and you didn't listen. So be patient. It'll pay off. And hoard those units and ask those favors for the cash in all your family and friends between now and Friday, because Cyber Weekend deals are less than a week away.